The Champions League just never fails to produce some classics, some real classics. Happened last night. What a game! What a game! What a game! What a game yesterday. Galatasaray Liverpool kicking off, and he didn't fail to deliver. A lot of dramas, disallowed goals, handball, VAR call. Actually, that was a game I felt like Liverpool should have won. I predicted a win or draw, but Galatasaray proved to be a handful. They got into the face of Liverpool and, they nicked a win. That would be good for confidence going away to Liverpool. And then in the Champions League, if there's any team who is capable of a comeback, it's Liverpool. We know the history. I feel like at Anfield, they'll be rocking for the second leg. They'll be looking to cause as much problems as they can to Galatasaray, and all is still left to play for. It's an open tie still. It's an open tie still. I just believe that Liverpool they have what it takes to go through, but never rule Galatasaray out because they can also cause Liverpool problems. And then Spurs were Spurs at the end of the day. What a performance! Horrible performance. That's the most horrible performance I've seen from a side defensively, in a long while. I wonder why Igor Tudor decides to substitute their number one goalkeeper, Vicario, for Kinski in a high stakes game like this. Round of 16, tie, away to Atletico Madrid, and you're taking a gamble on your goalkeeper. It's just, he got what he deserved. And that's not me trying to put on the blame on Kinski. He's a young goalkeeper, but at the end of the day, it was just, thrown out on outside to just hung out to dry, and I feel like that was really harsh on him. He will learn from this. Being hooked off after 17 minutes because of a horrible performance as that, giving away 2 goals. It's as shocking as it is. And then I just feel like Tottenham, I don't see them coming back from this. I really do not see Tottenham coming back from this. Diego Simeone's side, we know them for their defensive prowess and how good they are and how solid they are defensively. And I believe that they can also go away to Spurs and win. That's how bad Tottenham are. That's how horrible they are defensively. I know they got a couple of goals from Dominic Solanke and, Richarlison to see how they can be able to reduce the deficit. But, Atletico Madrid would just pose too much, quality for them to handle. And for me, I feel like that tie is done. That tie is simply done. Just like the way the Bayern Munich tie is simply done. Atlanta, I actually really do not know what happened. I expected Bayern to win, but no with that score margin. 6-1 away, it's a whole lot to handle, and I feel like that tie as well is done. Good performance from Vincent Kompany's side. They are one of the favorites to win the Champions League. No surprise, they have it all. They have all the quality to, hurt teams. Attacking wise, they are really good. Defensively, they are solid as well. And Vincent Kompany is just simply building an army. And I reckon that they are really one of the favorites to win the Champions League. They are really good. And then for Newcastle, Barcelona, had all would expect: tackles, interceptions, blocks, end-to-end stuff, post-to-post stuff. Newcastle really surprised me with the performance. It proved that they learned from the first earlier on meeting that they had with Barcelona at home. They played really well. They created some chances. This is a game that they could have won on their day, but at the end of the day, it's football. Barcelona got a late penalty just right at the end of the game, and for Yamal to slot in to make it 1-1. All to play for at the second leg. I know Barcelona, they will be favorites at home, but please do not write off Newcastle. I feel like Newcastle have what it takes to be able to eliminate Barcelona. It sounds it sounds not really reasonable at the end of the day, but it's football. I feel like the ties are left to play ball from this first round of fixtures are the Newcastle-Barcelona game and the Galatasaray-Liverpool game. They still all to play for. Anything can happen. And I was really surprised with the performance of Newcastle. Fantastic performance. Barnes to put them ahead, at the 86 minutes, and it felt like, the game will be done and over with. And then just right at the depth, Dani Olmo, secured a penalty for Yamin Lamar to, slot just right at the end. Barcelona fans will be grateful, thanking their stars that they got a last-minute goal just at the end to salvage, a draw in preparation for the return leg, but I feel like they still ought to play for still at the Camp Nou, and Newcastle have a lot of quality to cause problems for Barcelona.